How is Janet Yellen doing as head of the Fed in your view?
I would say that the continuation of this policy of propping up the American economy with this free money policy that we have is really masking what the government needs to be doing to get this economy going, which is to cutting taxes, cutting regulation, the economy is not going to go anywhere until we have economic reform on the fiscal side, economic reform on the tax side, and that's going to continue. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful they just begin to change the policy and force Washington to get their act together.
So President Santorum would definitely not, or maybe reappoint Janet Yellen to another term as head of the Fed.
I'm not going to make. What?
This could be her.
Wait a minute. This is like two interviews in a row. And in fact, John and I were just talking about the last time I was on this show.
We get a lot of calls here.
I guess so.
All right, definitely yes.
Burned me last
definitely yes, definitely no, or maybe reappoint.
I would say unlikely to reappoint.
Unlikely. So maybe. Last question on the Fed. What kind of person, or name a specific person who you would want to see on the Fed?
Yeah, I've met with a few Fed governors over the last couple of years, and the one who I've found myself aligning with more is Mr. Fisher from Dallas.
Smart guy.
I think he's a really smart guy, and we've had some very interesting conversations, and I think he's got a pretty good handle on some of the problems that are confronting us.
Now that all you guys are into the race, guys and gals are into the race, we're starting to get actual policy proposals, and people are talking about economic policy, tax plans. Marco Rubio put out a tax plan that's gotten some degree of comment, criticism, praise in different quarters. I'm going to look at my notes just to make sure I get it right. Two brackets, 15% for joint filers earning $150,000 or less, and a second at 35%. Also gets rid of tax on capital gains and dividends. What do you think about that plan?
There's some things I like about it. Last time around, I put forth a two-tier tax. This time around, we're going to put forth a flat tax. I think it's much more pro-growth. I think it adds. We can do some things to make sure that it doesn't impact middle-income Americans, but in fact creates a much more dynamic pro-growth environment. I don't like the idea of getting rid of capital gains tax. I like having taxes not weighted toward capital against labor, because I think what we'll end up with is a lot more investment in capital and a lot less investment in people, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. So our tax plan will have the same rate of taxation on capital gains, same rate of taxation on corporations, same rate of taxation on individuals, so there aren't games paid between the two.
Like to tell us what that rate's going to be?
We're working on it right now. I've been playing around with the Tax Foundation, which is a group that I've been working with actually now about 3 or 4 months, tinkering to try to get it to where it works, where I feel comfortable with it, and we're not quite there yet.
And you think there's a way to do that will not be bad for working class?
No, I'm going to be very clear about it. We're going to make sure that that it stimulates wage growth. Very important for me. I mean, that's one of the numbers I'm looking at. What kind of wage growth are we going to get? Obviously, GDP growth, another big deal. Job creation, another big deal. And then making sure that, looking at it from a dynamic point of view, that it doesn't add to the deficit. And so those are the things we're working on. And then finally, making sure that when you break it out by income, that we're not causing income taxes to go up on any particular group.